Hi, I'm David Essel. As a full corporate recovery expert for the past 43 years, I am so excited to be here today to give you some information on how you can take your company to the next level. In those 43 years, I've been blessed to work with organizations like Nestle, Discover Card, and so many more. Oh my God, chambers of commerces, the list is endless. And the whole focus is to look at how we can increase the effectiveness of our executives at the work level, and at the same time, which of course always will happen, increase your bottom line. Now, at the end of this video, there's going to be a very short clip where you can see me on stage live speaking at Syracuse University doing their commencement address just a few years ago. So as a full corporate executive recovery expert, what does that really mean? Well, I mentioned before that there's a way that we can increase your productivity, we can increase your bottom line, and we do it through a variety of different tools. One of the tools that I'm going to talk about today is going to be emotional regulation. Now, before I get into this, let me remind you that when you're going to replace an executive, and you already know this, it costs anywhere between 6 and 9 months of their salary in order to retrain and recruit a new executive. So what I say to all corporations, if you have a few people that are operating at a very high level but just need to go up a little bit more, I'm your guy. I can help every executive in your organization reach goals, meet goals, make changes that are necessary in order to stay on top of their game. And during these outrageously challenging times, we need to be able to be focused. We need to be able to emotionally regulate. And what does that word mean? Well, in therapy, we use it all the time. And what it means is that individuals are able to, no matter what they're going through, what stress, whether it's at home, at work, that they are able to approach it with a logical, meaningful attitude. And let me give you some examples. Number one of the top wealth management experts in the United States of America, his company actually got very frustrated with him because he had a condescending attitude to some of the staff. So they reached out and asked if I could help, and absolutely, we started working. Within just a couple months, everything changed. He became that superstar once again that they knew he could, and his attitude and his communication skills went through the roof. It made me so incredibly happy, and the same can happen to you if you find yourself in that circumstance. Or what about the CEO, the owner of a company, that loses his young wife at a very early age, and he doesn't know what to do? The company starts to falter. And when he reached out to me, at first it was all about the grieving process. But then I realized that one of the reasons that his company was faltering was because he didn't have enough delegation skills. Even though he was the CEO, he didn't know how to delegate some of the most important tasks. And you know that's pretty natural with a lot of us type A people, right? We want to hold tight to the reins. So we helped him through the grief recovery. And then we helped him learn how to delegate at a deeper level to give him more time away from work, and the company continues to prosper. Or what about the movie executive that every Monday morning the executives underneath him would come in shaking because they knew if numbers weren't hit over the weekend, there would be hell to pay, and he would be ripping people's head off for hours. We worked together for months. We finally got him into this emotionally regulated state where he could come in and talk about the challenges and get the executive team to share why they thought the movie wasn't a hit. And then he did the coolest thing in the world. We taught him how to use a flipboard, which everyone knows how to use. But on the flipboard, when he went through and turned the page, the only word up there was next. Isn't that powerful? Like, yes, we're all going to hit challenges. We're all going to hit things that we don't want to deal with in business. But we have to be ready to just move forward with a positive, powerful attitude. All of us need to be ready to say the word next when things aren't working our way. That's a proactive mindset in the world of executive coaching. Or how about the construction owner that through all of these crazy times of the pandemic saw his business go up and down and up and down, so much so that it created all kinds of turmoil with his wife. As they're on the verge of divorce, they recognized something when we started working together. The increase in alcohol, which slowly had happened over the last number of years, was creating havoc, not only with his wife, but with his employees as well. So we helped him and his wife reclaim their marriage. And at the same time, we were able to get him to dramatically reduce his alcohol intake so that he could emotionally regulate. Instead of coming in on a Monday morning irritable, throwing things, upset with the staff because the money wasn't coming in, the shipments were delayed, you know all the stuff that's been going on since the beginning of the pandemic, he was able to emotionally regulate and to get his stuff together. And guess what happens next? The whole team responds in the most positive way ever. Right now, they're incredibly proactive and incredibly successful, even in these times that are so challenging. Now, there's many more topics that I can cover for you and your organization to help you reach that next level of corporate recovery, and I'm here for you. I've gone through a lot myself as an entrepreneur in the last 43 years, and I'm ready to help you. Now, stay tuned. Here's a short clip of me speaking as the commencement address speaker at Syracuse University graduation ceremonies. I'm David Essel. I look forward to working with you soon.
Our convocation speaker this year is David Essel. He is a 1979 graduate of the School of Education Selected Studies program. David is nationally known for his work as a motivational speaker, life coach, and author, working with national and international corporations, professional athletes, and celebrities. Thank you, David.
I want you to find that spot, that place that drives you, that you love, and that's where you're supposed to be. I'm going to leave you with 4 powerful keys to living a dynamic life. Number 1, the only security you'll ever find in the world of education is by finding that space, that place that I've been asking you to think about today, and working harder than anyone else would work in that spot. Can I get a yes? Number 2, surround yourself with people who are smarter, more brilliant, more creative, more determined than you are. Now you're humble, now you're getting somewhere. Number 3, get a mentor. Because of Carl Chances and the School of Education, I'm here today, and for the last 37 years have been living a life I never imagined possible.